Hello, I'm Sarah, the nutritionist for Optimal Body Balance and Naturopath Health Center. This video is going to show you how to make mac and cheese for picky eaters using the white vegetable puree. So if you've watched the fruit and veggie puree video, you know the white vegetable puree is made from cauliflower and zucchini and a little bit of lemon juice. So this is our puree, which I've already made. And these are the other ingredients that we're going to use in our macaroni and cheese. So I have organic whole wheat pasta elbows here. Obviously, if your kids will tolerate whole wheat, it's a better option than white pasta. But there's tons of other kinds of pastas out there that you can get a great variety with. There's brown rice, quinoa, spelt pasta, lots of different options and ways to add variety into your diet. So don't always reach for the whole wheat. I recommend trying out some of the other options as well. Also in our macaroni and cheese, obviously, is the cheese. So I have shredded cheddar and Colby Jack here. You could do a different kind of cheese. You could just do one. It's up to you and your food preferences. I do recommend that you shred your own cheese instead of buying pre-shredded bags of cheese. There are added ingredients to keep the cheese from clumping when you buy it pre-shredded. So it's a good idea to take the extra time and really shred it yourself. So I've done that already. We're going to have 2 eggs in our macaroni. That's optional. You don't have to use the eggs. And I've got a cup and a half of milk, I believe. You have a cup and a half of milk and just a little bit of salt. So I've got my noodles boiling right now. You only need a half a pound. This box is a full pound. So the noodles are going right now. And the next step that you need to do is get a big mixing bowl. Add your cup and a half of milk to the mixing bowl. Add in the white puree. And that's a half a cup of white puree. You could start smaller with a quarter cup if you're concerned that your kids won't eat the macaroni and cheese with so much of the vegetable puree added. You can always work up to a larger amount of the vegetable puree. So I've added a half a cup of the white puree. And then you're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And the 2 eggs. All right, so I'm just going to grab my whisk and whisk this all together. All right, so that's all whisked. Now we just have to wait for our noodles to finish cooking, and then we can assemble our macaroni and cheese in a 9-inch square pan, which I've already greased with some coconut oil. And we will bake that at 375 degrees. So you can also get your oven preheating now as well. All right, so we'll check back once my noodles are finished boiling and they're drained, and I'll show you how to assemble the macaroni and cheese. All right, so my noodles are done and I've drained them. You want to make sure that you slightly undercook your pasta because it's going to continue cooking in the oven, and you don't want to have a big mushy mess of macaroni. So make sure it's al dente and it's not completely cooked the way you would like it. So I'm going to add about half of the pasta to my greased 9x9 pan. You can just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be completely half. So there, we'll just say that's half. That about covers the bottom. And we're going to add half of the cheese over the top of that. And just kind of sprinkle that over your noodles. See that? Alright, next you're going to layer with the rest of the macaroni. We'll dump the rest of our pasta in there. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit in my pan. Okay. Then we're going to take this milk mixture that we whisked up earlier and pour that right over the top. So now my noodles are swimming in that mixture, as hopefully you can see over there. And over that, we're just going to sprinkle the remaining cheese. Make sure you get all that in there. Alright, and then we just bake this for 30 to 35 minutes or until it's nice and bubbly. So I will show you a shot of that once it's finished baking. Your oven should be preheated by now if you started preheating before you cook the noodles. So my oven is all set and I'm going to put it in for 30 to 35 minutes. Here is our finished macaroni and cheese product that I just took out of the oven. So you can see there's some nice brown spots on the top there. It was nice and bubbly when I took it out. Take a little scoop so we can see what it looks like on the inside. So there's what the noodles look like on the inside. So you can tell because I used eggs in mine that it definitely does look a little eggy. But again, that part is optional if you don't think your kids will enjoy that as much as a creamier mac and cheese. So there's our finished product. I hope you'll give it a try. I'm going to eat some right now.